So yesterday was the full ratings reveal for College Football 27, and with that, EA dropped the top 10 players of each conference on all of their social accounts. They also dropped their top 10 players at each skill rating, and I'm gonna go over that list as well. But also another bit of key information that came out regarding the full ratings reveal was certain players opting out of the game. We had a starting quarterback and we had a running back as well. We'll go over that as soon as we're done going over the top 10 players in each conference as well as the ratings. So starting off with the top 10 ACC, we're gonna go from 1 to 10. You have Malachi Tony, Mark Fletcher, Deuce Robinson, Isaac Brown, Clev Lubin, PJ Williams, Darian Mensah, Ahmad Moten Sr., Addison Nichols, and Cooper Barcade. A lot of Miami University players on there. Next, we have the top 10 Big Ten. You got 1 to 10, Jeremiah Smith, Carter Smith, Cade Piper, Dante Moore, Julian Sayin, Mateo Uiagalelei, Ipani Lalulu, Coy Parrish, Amari Washington, and Jaden Maiava. And just like with Miami, you have a bunch of Oregon Ducks on this list. Moving on to the top 10 Big 12, you have 1 to 10 would be Evan Tangasdal, Shadre Hurst, Bryce Pollock, LJ Martin, Terrence Carter Jr., AJ Holmes Jr., Sheridan Wilson, Bruce Mitchell, Danny Scudero, and Caleb Hawkins. Top 10 SEC, you got 1 to 10, Caden Green, Ahmad Hardy, Kewan Lacey, KJ Bolton, Colin Simmons, Bray Hubbard, David Stone, Trevor Gooseby, Jordan Seaton, and Dylan Stewart. Top 10 Mountain West would be Jackson Eck, Jaden Thomas, Owen Allen, Griffin Impey, Dylan LaBarbera, Pavel Ashlock, if that's how you pronounce his first name, Elijah Palmer, Blake Fletcher, Zach Kochner, and Jalen Glover. Moving on to the top 10 Pac-12, you have Jaden Virgin Morgan, Simeon Harris, Bo Sparks, Dylan Riley, Maddox Madsen, Lucky Sutton, Roger Carrion, Chris Dawn Jr., Brad Jackson, and Tony Freeman. Next, you have the top 10 American Conference players, and 1 to 10 would be Brady Small, Easton Messer, Jamad Tapp, Jaheim White, Peter Clark, Elijah Green, Will Henderson III, Caleb Cook, Teddy Williams, and Cam Nichols. Next, you have the top 10 Sun Belt. You got Brent Gordon Jr., Donnie Smith, Tristan Smith, Colton Fairs, Chauncey Cobb, Jalen Slappy, Mario Easterly, Evan Crenshaw, Devin Roche, and Eli Finley. And lastly, you have the top 10 Conference USA. You have 1 to 10 would be KTC, Sean Wilson, Caleb Nix, KD Hutchinson, Traquan Fegans, DeAndre Johnson, Baron Hobson, Jamari Robinson, Bernard Ia, and Jalen Lewis. Moving on to the top 10 players at each attribute rating, you got top 10 speed. We got a 3-way tie for 1 with Gatlin Bear, Roderick Pleasant, and Nick Harbor at a 99. Then you got a 2-way tie for 4 with King Mack and Julio Humphrey at a 98. Then you have a 4-way tie for 6 with Ben Minich, Gentry Williams, Jelani Watkins, and Ryan Wingo, all at a 97. And then you have Chris Johnson Jr. rounding it out at number 10 with a 96. Moving on to top 10 agility, you got a 2-way tie at number 1 between Ryan Coleman Williams and Malachi Tony at a 99 overall. Then you have a 6-way tie for number 3 with Ellis Robinson, DeCorian Moore, Eric Singleton Jr., Amorian Walker, Cam Coleman, and Devin Sanchez, all at a 97 overall. Then rounding it out for 9 and 10, you have a tie as well with Ahmad Hardy and Leonard Moore at a 96 overall. Moving on to top 10 hit power, you have number 1 is Drake Bowen for Notre Dame. Then you have a 5-way tie for number 2 with Xavier Atkins, Bray Hubbard, Colin Simmons, Jericho Washington Jr., and Raylan Wilson, all tied at a 95 overall. Then you have a 4-way tie to round it out for 7. You have Isaiah Jones, Suntarine Perkins, Dylan Stewart, and Kingston Viliamu Asa, all at a 93 overall. Moving on to the top 10 strength, you open it up with a 5-way tie between Ian Gefford, Taryn Tayo, Evan Tangasdal, Justin Kirkland, and Tony Nelson, all at a 97 overall. And to round it out, you have a 5-way tie at 6 with Aiden Breland, Juan Gaston, Iapane Lalu, Drew Evans, and Reese Tripp, all at a 96 overall. Then you have the top 10 spectacular catch. Number 1, of course, would be Jeremiah Smith at a 99 overall. 2 is a 3-way tie between Deuce Robinson, Tredez Green, and Cam Coleman at a 97 overall. Then you have a 5-way tie for 5th with Charlie Becker, Malachi Tony, Parker Livingston, DeCorian Moore, and KJ Duff, tied at a 95 overall. And rounding it out at number 10 is Ryan Coleman Williams at a 94 overall. And that's gonna do it for the top 10 rankings of each conference and the top 10 rankings at each attribute position or skill attribute position. Now we're gonna get into the juicy bit of information, which is the players that actually opted out of the game. And that would be starting quarterback Gunnar Stockton of Georgia and running back Justice Haynes of Georgia Tech. With the full ratings reveal, as everybody went and took a peek at the full ratings for each team, people noticed that these players were not in the game. So for whatever reason, they decided they wanted to opt out. Gunnar Stockton being the only starting quarterback to opt out of the game. For whatever reason, I don't know. They may eventually get added, but for the time being, they are not going to be in the game at launch. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, feedback. As always, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab to stay up to speed with more College Football 27 content as well as other sports gaming content. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time. Peace.